What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Jedi Ninja, and in this video, we're going to discuss Marvel Avengers loot system as it exists inside the beta now. This system has gotten a lot of hate over the past few weeks, and it's mostly centered around the fact that unlike other looter shooters where the gear actually affects your appearance, in this game, your appearance is only affected by the costumes and appearances that you unlock and buy in the in-game marketplace. So if you're looking for a game where your loot's really going to customize your look, this might not be the one for you. But if you're looking for a game where your loot's really going to change how you play the game and separate you from other characters like yours, then stick around because I'm going to tell you how to make your hero stand out from the crowd. Each item you collect throughout the game is unique to the character you're playing at the time you picked it up. The only item we don't have access to as of right now in the beta are major artifacts. Each piece of gear has a primary stat modifier that will affect a specific rating. Melee rating is affected by might, valor, and proficiency. Your defense rating will be affected by resilience and resolve. Moving over to your heroic rating, it's affected by resilience, valor, and intensity. And then finally, your ranged rating is affected by precision, valor, and proficiency. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what each of that means. If you're trying to be more of a brawler type character, melee rating is the one you're gonna be focused on. Looking for items that have might, valor, and proficiency. Might's going to add melee damage and ultimate heroic charge rate. Valor is going to affect the heroic effectiveness and critical damage, and proficiency is going to affect your crit chance and your perk chance. You're looking to be a little bit more tanky, resilience and resolve is where it's at for you. Resilience is going to affect your armor, so you take less damage, and the ability for your support heroic charge rate to be increased. Resolve is going to give you more max health, or willpower as it's called in this game, and items and abilities that affect willpower recovery will gain a % increase to effectiveness. Now that resilience bonus follows through and over to your heroic rating. But what's different is valor. Heroic effectiveness and critical damage are increased here. Intensity also affects stun status meter damage that you do to your enemies in order to break their stun guards, as well as status resistance to your hero themselves. Just like melee rating, your ranged rating is also affected by valor and proficiency and actually doesn't change the % chances or increases to those stats at all. But we get a chance to work with precision. Precision directly affects your ranged damage, as well as increasing the % charge rate of your assault heroic. These stat ratings in the early part of the game I don't think really matter much. I feel like you can pick up any piece of gear you want and just go hard. But later on, I really feel like niching your hero based on abilities and gear is going to really affect how you stand out in the core of the game itself. Melee gear, ranged gear, defense gear, and heroic gear, sound familiar, are going to be the different types of items that you're going to pick up in the game. Melee items are going to have stat boosts that more directly affect the melee rating. But as we know, the melee rating shares stat boosts with ranged and heroic. Aside from those specific stat boosts, melee items are going to carry perks that more directly relate to your melee abilities, like your basic attacks and your finishers. Since I'm looking for a little bit more base melee damage, I'm going to switch this blue piece of gear out for this purple, increasing my melee rating by 10%. Noticing that I don't have all of the perks unlocked, I'm going to use the nanite resources to start to open those up, and then dismantling my other gear that I'm not going to use in order to increase my resource amount so that I can then continue to boost and unlock the perks of the item that I have. This right here is the core of the loot system in Marvel's Avengers. Knowing where to find resources, knowing how each item affects each particular stat. This is how we're going to separate my Kamala Khan, my Miss Marvel, from your Miss Marvel. I look forward to seeing builds and coming up with cool ideas for how to make each character different. And let's talk a little bit more about how we find all of this awesome loot. So aside from items randomly dropping from bad guys you kill, if you're on PlayStation, you press the up arrow, it's going to highlight your primary objective as well as a question mark that'll talk about a point of interest. Jarvis is going to start talking and tell you a little bit more about it. As you saw me just a second ago, I broke open some white crates. There are going to be different color crates just like those all around the map in secret rooms, just spread out throughout that carry different resources for you to be upgrading your gear with. If you're running around the map low on health and you see one of these green barrels, be sure to break it because they are health items. Now, if you're looking for some clout, you've already reached max level and you're really looking to gear grind, farming points of interest like this and then backing out of the mission are going to be a great way to power up and find those awesome legendary items. Right here, I get a nice epic drop as well as a green drop that I'm probably going to turn into crafting materials. Guys, do me a favor, if you're enjoying this video so far, please drop a like and subscribe for more Marvel's Avengers beta and post-launch content coming soon. If farming big monsters isn't the way you like to get your gear, you just like to explore, make sure you guys look out for these points of interest that'll take you to chests just like this one. If you guys want more general overview of what I think about the beta, spoiler alert, I'm a fan, click the video you see on your screen right now. Otherwise, guys, that's it. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay out of trouble, make good choices, and may the Force be with you.